Atlanta Stadium, July 7, 2026. The reigning world champions walk out expecting a routine step toward the quarterfinals. 11 minutes from the final whistle, they are 2 goals down, and Lionel Messi's World Cup is 15 minutes from being over. What follows is one of the great comebacks in the tournament's history. Argentina arrive as holders, unbeaten in this competition so far, with Messi still leading the line at an age when most forwards have long since stepped back. Egypt, by contrast, are the underdogs, organized, patient, and built to frustrate. That plan works from the very first chance. In the 15th minute, a corner swings in from Marwan Atiyah. Yasser Ibrahim rises above the Argentine defense and powers a header past the goalkeeper. Egypt lead, and for the first time in this World Cup, the champions are behind. Argentina push for an immediate response. 6 minutes later, they win a penalty. Messi steps up, his chance to level things instantly. But Egypt's goalkeeper, Mostafa Shobir, guesses correctly and saves low to his right. It's Messi's second penalty miss of the tournament. Shobir isn't finished either. Before halftime, he denies Alexis Mac Allister and Julian Alvarez as well, keeping Egypt's lead intact through the break. The second half begins with Argentina camped in Egyptian territory, but organization holds. Egypt even think they've scored a second. Mostafa Zico finishes a swift counterattack, but the goal is chalked off by VAR for an earlier foul on Lisandro Martinez. The reprieve doesn't last. In the 67th minute, fine work down the right from Hassan sets up Zico again, and this time there's no flag, no review. Egypt lead 2-0. In Atlanta, the upset suddenly looks real. With 11 minutes of regulation left, Argentina's bench empties. Fresh legs come on. The champions know the tournament is slipping away from them in real time. Then, in the 79th minute, the turnaround begins. Messi drives to the byline and whips in a cross. Christian Romero rises at the back post and heads it home. 2-1. The crowd that had gone quiet is suddenly loud again. 4 minutes later, Messi does it himself. The ball breaks to him just inside the area, and he doesn't take a second touch, a first-time strike rifled into the corner. 2-2. 15 minutes earlier, this looked impossible. Now Argentina have completely erased a 2-goal deficit. Egypt, exhausted, try to hold on for extra time. They very nearly do. 7 minutes of stoppage time are added, end-to-end, both sides running on fumes. And then, 3 minutes into that stoppage time, Lautaro Martinez, on as a substitute, drives forward and crosses low and hard into the box. Enzo Fernandez gets across his marker and heads it into the bottom corner. 3-2, Argentina. From 2 goals down with 11 minutes to play, to a stoppage time winner. 3 goals in 8 minutes. Egypt push for one last chance, furious that a possible foul in the build-up wasn't given, but the whistle blows. Argentina hold on. The comeback is complete. At the final whistle, Messi is overwhelmed, visibly emotional, the weight of nearly being eliminated only now leaving him. He'd set up the first goal of the comeback and scored the second himself, on a night when it looked, for a long stretch, like his World Cup story might end early in Atlanta. For Egypt, there's real pride here even in defeat. Mostafa Shobir saved 2 penalties in this tournament alone, a feat managed by only 2 other goalkeepers in this century's World Cups. His side led for over an hour against the world champions and were beaten only in the final minutes. For Mohamed Salah, this match likely marks the end of his run at this World Cup, and for a player of his stature, a defeat this narrow, on a stage this big, will sting long after the plane ride home. For Argentina, there's no time to dwell on how close it came. They move on to the quarterfinals, where a place in the semifinals awaits, a match set for Kansas against the winner of Switzerland and Colombia. What made this match remarkable wasn't just the result. It was the sequence, a team with everything to lose, down to their last minutes, finding 3 goals in 8 when the alternative was elimination. Egypt did everything right for 79 minutes. Argentina needed only 11 to undo it. This is why Messi's teammates and rivals alike still talk about him the way they do, not because he was flawless on this particular night, missing a penalty earlier in the match, but because when the moment called for something decisive, twice, he provided it, the cross for the first goal, and the finish for the second. It's easy to forget, watching a match this dramatic, that these are 2 teams built completely differently. Argentina, deep with proven winners across every position. Egypt, built on discipline, organization, and moments of individual quality from players like Ibrahim and Zico, enough, for over an hour, to have the champions rattled. In the end, class and composure in the final minutes decided it. 3 Argentine substitutes were directly involved in the winning sequence, proof that a bench built for exactly this kind of moment can be the difference between an early exit and a run toward the trophy. Argentina 3, Egypt 2. A round of 16 match that will be remembered long after this tournament ends, not for how it started, but for the 11 minutes that decided it.